right, this is my extended room tour of my Ultra Resort King room here at Planet Hollywood. I paid around $60 a night for this room, which I think is a marvelous bargain. Compared to the room I just had at New York, New York, this thing is a steal. Got some really great views of the pool and the Bellagio fountain. I'll show you that in a second. That bed is really comfortable. I jumped on that. I love it. But let's start with the bathroom here. As we make our way to the bathroom, we have a closet. And this is pretty no nonsense. Not a lot of space actually, but it has all your essentials, couple hangers, ironing board, safe, things like that. It does have a full-length mirror, and this is the only full-length mirror in the entire room, which is a little disappointing. I wish it was a little larger and had more light around it, but it is what it is. I do like the decorative paint on there. That is really cool. Gives this room a little bit of flair. And speaking of flair, here is some artwork right when you enter the room. Just kind of sets off the room. This room is Hollywood hip and Art Deco. And that trend pretty much continues as you enter the bathroom. There are double doors here. I think that double doors are a sign of class. These also offer some compartmentalization and some privacy. So they open up. And the focal point of the room is the large, deep soaking tub. I love tubs with this oval design. They are so comfortable. And this is something that I rarely see is tiled artwork. This is really cool. Has some colors on it, gives some dimension to the room. I just think that is a really trick thing to do. As we flip around here, we see the opposing dual vanities. Rarely do you see opposing dual vanities in a hotel room because they require so much space. The great thing is that when you see them and have them, they offer a ton of space. So if you want to fit multiple people in this bathroom, you easily can do that. This bathroom is really nice, white and bright. I like my bathrooms that have a lot of light so you can see what you're doing. These mirrors are some of my favorite with that fluorescent perimeter around them. Very cool, very classy. Looks like we're using Pure products. I've never experienced Pure products before. It says Pure by Gloss, so I'll definitely have to check those out. I have experienced these Jose Hebert products before because they're over at Paris, which is also owned by Caesars, same as Planet Hollywood, and I really like those. Looks like we have some Jose Hebert facial soap, and then there's some Jose Hebert body soap, so the Jose Hebert trend continues. Let's check out this toilet room. I like when the toilet room is separated. Just makes you feel more comfortable, adds some privacy, also adds some sophistication to the room. Really cool wallpaper in here. I like when the bathrooms are a little darker, just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. I wouldn't know how to describe this wallpaper except as really cool. So dedicated room right there as that shuts. Let's move out of the bathroom and check out this Ultra Resort King main room. Really large hallways, by the way. As you can see, I have my luggage and tripod easily stored there. I like to keep my luggage separated from the main room, just keeps things more organized and clutterless. So here is the main room. It's really wide open. I like the white motif. However, I feel it could use more artwork. Like, look at this. This is just pure white. You could easily have some artwork right there, and you could easily have some artwork on the wall over there. It kind of just makes you feel like you're at a school or a municipality or something. Just doesn't make the room feel that comfortable, which is weird because I felt really comfortable in that bathroom, but this just feels a little off, at least from a decor standpoint. They could have done more of this. I like those two paintings on the wall. Give some flair, give some cachet to the room. We're gonna jump on that bed in a second. Like I said, I think it's amazing. There isn't a mini bar, or if there is a mini bar, there is nothing stocked in here, but at least you do have a fridge. So if you decide to overindulge at one of the cool restaurants here, you could come back and put your leftovers in there. Or if you want to BYOB or stock this with your own adult beverages, you could easily do that. Looks like we have some drawers here. I typically never use these because if I do, I'll forget my stuff in there, but they do offer some storage, and plus they offer soft close. You know I love my soft close doors. Moving on into this view, which I'll show you in a second. I do see this really cool lamp right here, but it's not working, which is really unfortunate because I think it's really cool. And also, I kind of need it to work because there isn't a lot of light in here. There isn't any ceiling light, and these freestanding lights are really weak. This is really weak, that's average, that's weak, and that's weak. So I'm kind of nervous about how much light is going to be in this room. When I want the option, I really like my hotel rooms to be nice and white and bright when I need them to be. So here is the view of both pools. I actually originally had a room up on the 22nd floor. This is floor number 14. I think the view on the 22nd floor definitely would have been better, but I didn't want to wait until 5 p.m. to get into my room. Check-in already is at 4 p.m., which is really weird because usually it's 3. Now at Caesars it's 4. And by 3:30 my room wasn't even ready, so I wanted to get in a room immediately, so I chose this room on the 14th floor instead of waiting for the room on the 22nd floor. But still, I like this view. You can keep an eye on both pools. They have a north and a south pool. One is more bungalow based and the other one is more lawn chair based. As you can see, there's a lot more action in that pool over there than there is right here, but you can really keep your eye on the action. You have a view of the Bellagio fountain. You can see what's going on over at Marquee Day Club right there, over at Cosmo. You can check the sun to see when the sun hits the pool. You can keep your eye on the crowd. This is just a really great view to have. All right, let's bring it back to the room. Looks like you have a circular table right there with a couple chairs. I call that your traditional breakfast setup. Just great for having a coffee in the morning or eating breakfast. If you want to be more comfortable with your breakfast or with your work, you could easily get it done on this couch. You got a circular table right here, which complements this leather chase. I don't see leather chases too often. And this is really long. I'm 6'1", and I'm easily accommodated on this. And you know what? You could sleep someone here if you wanted to. That's really the age-old question in Vegas, right? Is how many people can we fit into a hotel room? And you could easily sleep someone here if you wanted to. I didn't see any extra sheets around here, so you'd have to order them. But this room would certainly accommodate 2 to 3 people easily. All right, let's jump on this bed. I did so initially and I loved it. Let's see if I'll confirm that or not. And yeah, this is amazing. So much better than New York, where I just stayed at. I think it's even better than the Paris bed. And it could be the same bed because they're owned by the same company, but this seems even better than the bed at Paris. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Just kind of bringing it back and giving my overall thoughts on the room. A ton of space. I like how it's wide open. I don't like my rooms to be sectioned off. I'd rather have the wide open space. This room certainly offers that. I'm not digging the lack of light, and I'm also not digging the individual lights, because anytime we want to turn these on, they're all individual. It takes a ton of effort. I'm not digging that at all. But I'll tell you what I am digging. I'm digging this bed, and I'm digging that bathtub, and I'm going to spend a lot of time in both. That is it for my in-depth room tour. Again, this is just an initial overview. I have to stay in this room for 3 days, so my thoughts could change. If you want to know my insights or my thoughts on my overall experience, make sure you check out my entire experience video. I'll put the link in the description below.